I'm excited to announce that we've got brand new merch up on the TheoVonStore.com. They got the Rat King Racing over there. If you like racing, getting speeding tickets, or doing IndyCar, NASCAR. Hell, if you like to damn tickle your Uber driver, if you like to tickle him, damn. I need to tickle my throat and get these dang words out, you know? But if you like to do all that, head on over there, TheoVonStore.com, and we got that racing gear for you. Today's guest is returning to the show for his second time. His life has changed a lot since then. When I met him, he was, living out of a trunk or something. Or not a trunk. I don't know where he was living. I don't know. He was alive. But he was probably, who knows, he could have been selling hair. He's a good man, I'll say that, and he hosts one of the most popular and unique shows in the universe, Sundae Conversations, and he's part of Barstool Sports, and he is one of a kind. I'm grateful to have him back now that his life has just really expanded so much. He's my friend, and I say that honestly, Mr. Caleb Pressley.
Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song. I will sing it. I'm gonna
stay. Caleb Pressley.
Theo Vaughn.
Theo
Vaughn.
I know.
Theo Vaughn.
Caleb Pressley. Man, thanks for coming back. This is your second time coming on.
Yes, it is. I kind of finagled myself on the first time, but
yeah,
it feels good to be back for real.
It was awesome, man. It was cool. Yeah, I know the producer at the time, Nick Davis, was like a huge fan of yours.
Yeah.
He was like, you got it, this guy, you got it, this guy. You know?
He's my road dog.
Yeah.
What's he doing now?
And he was right. He's doing well. He's still producing podcasts and doing some of his own stuff and betting online.
Yeah.
And spending time with his grandmother.
Yeah, well, as he should. They're probably betting together.
Oh, yeah, I think actually I did. One of the pics he sent me, I did see, I think, some slots in the back. So, yeah, what's going on, man?
Dude, I'm your neyghbor.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
For a while.
You moved out here to Nashville. How's that been for you?
It's been good so far. I haven't been here that much.
Mm-hmm.
Fall's like the busiest time of year for me, so I'm traveling. But I've liked it so far.
It's a lot of I notice if you go downtown, you see a lot of fat stuffed in the boots.
Dude, I told you that. I was like, it's way fatter than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's all love, but there's a lot of fats out here.
Oh, there is.
And most on the female side. And I'm not even looking from a sexual perspective. Like,
yeah.
They're just a lot of girls they're on Broadway.
Oh, yeah.
And they're fat.
And they're thick, baby. They're thick now.
They're thick.
Yeah, they changed it, man. But
yeah.
because it is, they definitely, fat has become more designer.
Yeah.
I think the Kardashians did that because they had that kind of desert fat, that ass,
Did you see this story that Kim apparently cut her ass off? It's off now.
Wow. And did they do anything with the meat or whatever?
I think they had to have, but I don't know what they did with it. What would you have done with it?
Oh, I'm sure she gave it to blacks, man. If you've seen like a lot of her history,
Yeah.
she does a lot of stuff for like the African-American community.
And you think they would reappropriate it or just eat it?
Oh, I don't know, dude. Look, I'll tell you this. If I got a half pound of Dashian ass in the mail, bro.
Yeah. I might sear it, but I might not cook the whole thing,
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm leaving the middle rare. Yeah. I'll be honest, bro. I am, bro. And I think I'm eating it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Wow. Yeah, you might have to, dude. Honestly, candlelight dinner and you're gonna be hungry afterwards too. For dessert. And that's gonna be a hard meal to follow up.
Oh, that's gonna be a hard meal to follow up. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. I didn't know that they were cutting off their butt.
Yeah, I think I mean, I don't know if that's true. I saw it online.
Yeah.
So
could be true, dude. It probably Biden's doing it or whatever. Yeah, man, you're here. So what has that been like? Like, were you kind of like, what was kind of the idea with coming to Nashville? What was there like a big goal behind it, or you just?
Well, I lived in New York for like 5 or 6 years because that's where the Barstool headquarters is.
Oh yeah,
and I'm still with Barstool. Some people don't know if I am or not. What I am, and just because my show is just so, I'm not at the headquarters. So they have like a headquarters in New York City where everyone goes in every day.
I've been in there.
And actually like a lot of the people who work for Barstool are not there anymore, but I was always there and then I just left. And some people were like, what, are you gone?
Yeah, people don't know sometimes.
But anyway, so I moved to Florida. COVID in New York City was ass.
Oh, dude, they were like, they got way too serious about it.
Well, also they didn't drop the prices.
Oh, damn.
You know, if you feel like you're being really serious about it, be like you give relief to some of your people.
Yeah, you think you discount people a little bit, you know.
It could have just been my landlord, though.
Right.
That's
true.
But anyway, so I got out of New York. It was just kind of crazy, and I was playing golf a lot at the time. I was like, and I dedicated my life to be a professional golfer.
I remember that.
Yeah, and anyway, so I moved to Florida to pursue that. And I was serious about it, as serious as you could possibly be.
And what did that entail? Like, would you get up in the morning and do golf?
Yeah. So this is my whole thing during COVID, I played golf for the very first time.
Okay.
Because my whole life, and this is kind of like you, I've tried to convince you to come play with me. And this is kind of the same thing you say to me, is like, I would tell my friends, I don't want to hold you guys up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind coming, but like, I don't have any of my own clubs. You're going to have to buy my balls, tell me the rules. I'm going to stink. And it's going to just ruin y'all's time. And that's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I don't want to be like looking for you, like waving from far away. And
or if you guys are having a fun time, I don't want you to be like, oh, Caleb's still hitting or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then finally during COVID, there's no other options.
Mm.
So then I was like, I guess they're like, Caleb, come on, what else are we going to do? And so I played one time and I was hooked immediately. I was like, this is the best sport I've ever played in my life. And I grew up playing sports, football, basketball, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my favorite sport I've ever played. And then I was like looking around, I was like looking into it, and I was like, these guys who are professional golfers are not even that good of athletes. They don't seem to be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fats.
Yeah, a lot of fats, dude.
I seen a couple of them on Broadway.
Oh, dude. I saw John Daly one night overdose on, I don't even know what it was, gin, I think. And get carried out of a restaurant.
Yeah.
Not even at a bar, dude.
What restaurant was it?
It was 1230 Club downtown.
Yeah.
Now, look, it's a great establishment. It's that kind of place where you could have so much fun that you got to have they got to send an ambulance for you because, your whole vibe is on fire. But yeah, they had some dudes carrying him out. And one dude firemen carried him,
I keep on waiting for this to have a joke in it, but so far it seems pretty accurate to what happened.
Yeah, and I just turned into one of those people that's just kind of videoing him. I didn't put it up because it felt kind of embarrassing, but
yeah.
But the crazy thing was I saw it happen again where they carried John Daly out of a place.
I mean, it probably happens to him pretty often.
Yeah, I think he's definitely become kind of like the cat, he's like the bag, he's the bag of clubs.
Dude, can you imagine having to carry him?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
You had to caddy him out. Yeah. Dude, so one time I was in, this is early on in my career, and I was trying to figure out what I was doing. I was working at Barstool trying to figure out what kind of content I was making or where was my lane. So I was just trying a bunch of different stuff. So one time, and I love John Gruden. You remember the coach, John Gruden?
Oh, yeah.
You were on an email chain with him, weren't you?
I was on an email chain with him that I should not have been on. You know how I got on it.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so I was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. And this is when he was not coaching. He was just doing his football show.
All right.
I was like, I'm going to do a segment. And in hindsight and saying out loud, it sounds dumb. And it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just going to find him.
Finding John Gruden.
Just find him. And there was no find them and then it was I'm just going to find him. And so anyways, I was doing all this research, talking to people who knew him. And so
just replying to Bucks fans' DMs.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm going to find this guy. Anyways, I ended up in Tampa and they're like, his headquarters is in the Hooters, the original Hooters.
Oh, wow.
That's where he runs his show from. That's where he shoots his show from. Wow. And so I was like, all right. So I went to the original Hooters. I was at the restaurant. And it's in Tampa, and I was eating. I was like, you guys seen John Gruden recently? And they're like, yeah, every day. I was like, well, where's his office? It's in here, right? They're like, oh, no, it's in corporate. And that's corporate right across the street, across the parking lot.
Wow, so you're there, huh? And did you wear something nice? You just wore just regular clothes?
Yes, wore regular clothes.
Wow, that's cool.
Early in my career.
Yeah.
I wasn't even at the close stage of in your career. And I walked across the street, and I went into the corporate office, and I was like, I'm here to see John Gruden. By the way, corporate office of Hooters.
Okay.
And
damn, bro, that's the corporate office too of the world when you think about it. It's the corporate office of every 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15-year-old boy.
I mean, I still got my hat on.
Oh, yeah.
And this was I didn't even know we were telling the story today. But anyway,
yeah,
so
baby, them tits, boy.
I also hosted the Hooters conference this year, or the pageant. We can talk about that later. But so I go in there, and I was like, I want to see John Gruden. They just took me back. They're like, well, take to his office.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. But his assistant gave me a tour, and he's like, what are you looking for him for? I was like, oh, I don't even remember what I said. Oh, I was here to see him, you know? And
yeah.
So show me around the office. This is where they shoot this. This is where he does this. And they're like, this is John Daly's room. And I was like, what do you mean John Daly's room? And they're like, and they open it up. It's like the Chronicles of Narnia, a wall that has a bunch of books and you can push it open. Yeah. It was literally that. Wow. You push it open and it was just a very small room, smaller than this room. And it had a mattress on the floor and like a little putting thing. And I guess John Daly lives in there.
Wow, really?
inside John Gruden's office, inside the Hooters headquarters. And they say he parks his bus out back, and then whenever he just needs a place to be outside his bus, he goes in there.
Oh, wow. So he goes and stays in a bus also. Yeah, that's almost the most homeless shit you can do, I feel like. Like live in a Hooters and live in be in a bus. But I guess if you love living in a bus, dang. And so did it have like a sink or anything in there?
Yeah, I think it's probably just because people get so, I mean, if you're trying to carry him back,
yeah,
you don't want to walk up those stairs onto the bus. So sometimes it's probably just easier if it's a smaller person. He's at the restaurant with small people, maybe he's eating Chinese or something.
Yeah.
It's take him right into lay him on the ground.
Damn, I can't believe that, dude. See, that's a good top secret way to go about business. A lot of businesses, I feel like, think too much like, let's put the business in this big business,
Applebee's.
Yeah. They're like, oh, every time you go in, whoever, everybody's doing Applebee's, bro. But it'd be crazy as fuck if you look under like a table or you move a booth and there's like a Marathon gas back in there.
Yeah, there's just a big computer, John Gruden Gmail.
Damn, dude. I wonder if that's where he was sending those wild emails from.
I don't even really know what he said, but apparently it was bad.
Dude, I got a wild story like that. So one time I went over to, there was some dudes, man, 2 white guys. One of them wasn't white. And we went over there and it was about business, right?
Yeah.
So I go over there and I'm ready for business or whatever. And it was like a business meeting. So anyway, they said, hey, it was in like the Hollywood Hills somewhere. Mm-hmm. And like, hey, do you know this is Jared Leto's house, right?
No way.
And I was like, really? This is Jared Leto's house? Mm-hmm. And so next thing you know, there's a bunk. They're like, you want to see something cool? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here for business.
Yeah, right.
So they open up like, it looks like a huge refrigerator door from like the Dharma Initiative or something from Lost.
Yeah, right.
They open it up and it's like a hallway from like the 1930s or something. His house was, part of the property was a bunker, like a war bunker that was like built into like a hill. And we walk back in there, bro. It's like walking back in time. You're like in like, it was like a 50s hospital or something. There's like a cafeteria and that was insane, bro. There was like 70,000 square feet of bunker. And then like probably like a nice 4,000 square foot house,
yeah.
But the amount of bunker that he had, I can't even imagine, bro. If you just like,
I got 2 questions. One, do you think you're getting in trouble for saying that?
I don't know. With who, the military?
Yep. Well, I didn't even think about them. Just with him. And 2, what business meeting was it?
I hope not. I don't think the military will care.
What kind of business meeting were you doing at Jared Leto's house?
I don't remember. It was like about.
Because, dude, I've heard some stories. I'm not sure it was a business meeting.
Really? I mean, he wasn't there.
Oh, really?
It was 2 other. He had a couple little land sharks there. Yeah. A couple, employees, coworkers.
You probably got to work your way up before you can even meet him or see him.
Well, years later, I met him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now we're like, buddies. Like not friends, but like like text and say hey, and I see him at the UFC fights.
Do you watch his movie Morbius?
I went to the premiere.
How was it?
I don't think those are my kind of movies, you know?
Well, me neither. I didn't see it because, for that reason. And I mean, I'm actually a huge fan of his, but
yeah,
I didn't watch it.
And I didn't like bats, you know? We didn't have a lot of, I don't think we had a lot of bats growing up around our area. And so I didn't really know anything about bats. And so I think a lot of it, I was trying to just figure out what bats, get the whole concept of it. You
like,
know?
what are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you a movie you would hate.
What?
Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Dude, the whole thing, I don't want to spoil it, the whole thing's like bat-centric.
Oh.
You probably get some more explanation and clarity on like what it is, but you really probably would not like it at all.
You know, there's shit, you can light it on fire. That's what I read somewhere. The bat droppings or whatever. Or you could light it on fire.
That's just a myth. I don't know I don't know if that could be true.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah. But I wonder if John Gruden works in there, that little bunker. That would have been crazy if he was in there.
Do you think they have a staff in there?
I don't know, man. I mean, I know he like his band, they do like some pretty wild parties.
Yeah.
Bring up a 30 Seconds to Mars party. I think it's called 30 Seconds to Mars.
You just kind of hear stories about, I mean, I don't know. I've never met him. And it seems like kind of a different life than definitely I live in, probably you too, is what they're kind of doing.
He's very beautiful. You almost he kind of embodies like woman, man, and child in one. You almost don't know if you want to put him on a school bus or like you know, or you know, he seems like he's always in a wedding kind of. He kind of has that vibe. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Throws an odd.
It did make sense.
They do some real fancy parties. Him and his brother. He's from Louisiana.
Dude, there's nothing like just it gives you the feel of a concert, like reading an article.
Yeah, that's true, dude.
I'm like trying to
Get
read
a
these
damn
paragraphs.
JPEG, bub.
No, I've seen though. I mean, it's
Yeah, they do some exotic.
Well,
things
he's
out
like
there.
you know, a cult leader and stuff like that, or accused of it. And I don't know if that's.
I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, about to say I don't even know if accused maybe is a harsh word. Like he's like someone made a rumor he was an awesome cult leader. I don't know.
First of all, if I'm a cult leader, good for me. I feel like, right?
Yeah.
I hate how they're always like, oh, this fucking cult leader, you know, or
Yeah.
whoever, you know, or like whoever it is, Billy Graham or like Mike Lindell or whoever these people are, you know, like who the guy that did the XFL, you know, all that shit. But it's like, I'm in.
Wait.
If I'm a cult leader, I'm fucking, let's do it.
Yeah. What would you do for your cult? What would you have them do? Or what do they need? What do someone need to do? Like once they're in, how do you maintain your membership?
I think sex mostly. It seems like,
It seems like you're right on the same page as pretty much everyone else, I think.
I mean, the only reason you get into a cult, I feel like, is probably for some kind of light sex, you know? I don't know. We had a guy one time on here who beat, what's that? He has like a disease or something where you can't talk. He had a stutter. And he was in that XMV cult.
Yeah.
XIV, the one that they busted the guy.
Really?
Yeah.
And then what happened with his stutter?
It went away. They cured it though. So
really? Did it come back after or
no, he didn't have it when I saw him.
Really?
You know, it could have flared up later. I don't know. But I just believe if there's enough people around you fucking, dude, it can heal diseases, I think.
Do you see that story about, have you been watching House of Dragons, the new Game of Thrones
I watched
show?
the first one and I couldn't understand what was going on, so I'm going to start over.
They said, I just read an article, it was like, they have a scene, it was in a brothel, again, no spoilers, but there's a scene where they're in a brothel, and the main actress was like, they had extras in there who met each other that day, who had to 69 for 14 hours on set that day.
Oh, really? Okay. This is my question for you then, man, if you're throwing out some real gas out here. Would you rather be the person on the top or on the bottom, you think?
Bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're chilling.
Yeah.
You could rest. I bet they made them switch like every half hour.
But no, because continuity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You get deep into editing, you find out they had to stay exactly the same spot. Yeah. And probably doing the same thing, too.
Oh.
It's not a joke, dude. They probably had to literally, because they're doing the same shot over and over, and they have to have they switch angles, the people in the back have to be doing the same thing. So if you're doing this and you got to do the same speed, 12 hours.
69 is for children. I think it's hard the older you get, it's harder to do.
Yeah.
You know, I've always thought that 69 is more for children, not children. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
of age, people who want to fuck that are
Yeah,
whatever
like-
age,
like-
as long as they're both cool with it.
18
Yeah.
in most states.
Yeah. Dude, we shot a TV show one time, and it was like there was this party scene, and the guy who was remember that song? It was like climbing the stairway to heaven.
Mhm.
So there's a party at that. We shooting at that guy's house, right?
Yeah.
I think it was that guy, and they had people like fucking doing sex at the party. They hired them,
Right.
so they were supposed to be in the background having fun, just having sex.
Right.
So we're just been doing this acting all day, this scene and stuff, and finally it gets on in the evening, and then those actors get there, and they're just like, they just start. The guy be like, "All right, move over here, fucking." And balloons. The last person, some guy was supposed to be blowing up balloons. So you're like, okay, one here, yep, fucking balloons, and then the scene would start. And these people were just, and the one of them had been like, I just came from fucking somewhere else, and I was like, damn. They just travel. Those types of people just travel, and that's their life, you know.
Do you think you'd be able to do that if you had I mean, you're getting into acting a little bit, aren't you? A little thinking about it, or
Yeah.
so? Do you think that you'd be able to do that? Do you think you'd be able to? No. What would you say if that was a big part of your script?
I would say, look, man, I'm going to try. I'm not going to make any promises, and I think we should have an alternate ending to this scene.
Yeah.
Because my whole life, I've never been a great, you know, that's not been like, I'm good. I'm good at set. I'm good like when the guy walks to the ring
Yeah.
and the music's playing, dude,
Yeah.
and they're checking him down, and the
Yeah.
big black guy shows up and pats him down or
Yeah,
whatever.
but that's before foreplay.
Yeah, but I'm good at that. I'm good at fucking let's be ready.
Yeah.
We ready. I'm good at all the intro music and everything. It's just once it starts, I think sometimes it's just too much. I don't know if it's the viscosity or what it is. And then but I'm just not a distance runner. I'm more of a shot put.
Yeah.
Hey, you know?
But I mean that's in the Olympics.
Yeah,
And people can make careers off that. I don't think it's good ones.
Yeah,
I think you probably have to have another one as well.
that's true. Dude.
But still.
You're lucky to have background on like a Campbell's Chunky Subat, I think is your.
You might actually be in that scene
Yeah.
that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Welcome to Ball Fall, they're calling it. And that's what they're calling it because winter. Fall is just winter's sun, just his weak sun. And winter, that's coming. And it goes for your balls first. You know that. The chilliness. So it's that time of year you got to take care of your body. You got to till the soil. You got to make sure that everything is scaped. You know what I'm talking about? Manscaped. Join the over 6 million men. God, that's a lot of men. Worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off with free shipping with code Theo. I use Manscaped to trim my body. I'll trim a whole little bag of hair, a little sandwich bag, keep it in there, put a date on it, save it for mom. Whether you're brand new or already with us at Manscaped, you could use the crown jewel of care for your family jewels, the Platinum Package 4.0. Shine your whole body up, get you well, the lawnmower, that body trimmer. Finally, you can get around that bag. And the weed whacker nose and ear hair trimmer, get all the way in there. You can get deep in there. Damn, trim everything. Trim some old thoughts out of your head. Go to manscaped.com. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code THEO. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com when you use code Theo. Manscaped, clear out the leaves. It's your tree trunk's time to shine. And now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. You know, I remember having so many problems. It's all I had. All I had was problems. Over here a problem, there a problem, everywhere a problem. All I had was just stacks of probably, dang. People couldn't get in the door. Hey, bud, I can't get in there. There's all your problems in there. So that's why I had to get with BetterHelp. BetterHelp will help you create problem-solving tools to eliminate some of those problems. Create some feng shui in you. Clear out all the luggage that you're carting around. That's right. BetterHelp. It's convenient, accessible, and affordable. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey, and you can switch therapists at any time. I've had the benefit of feeling less stressed, more hopeful, and just an overall sense of possibility, whereas I used to just have a sense of stress and dread. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/THEO today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/Theo. What if your sexual finesse?
Yeah.
If you had to put that in an Olympic sport, this is good.
Yeah.
What would yours be, you think?
Olympic sport, wrestling?
Ooh, really? So it's a lot of like chair out of the ring type of stuff.
Both people have their clothes on.
Oh, okay.
But trying, but trying.
Yeah. Dude,
Neither person has a boner. You hope.
Dude, I remember one time we met this Chinese kid and he'd never seen wrestling before, and then we told him it was two guys trying to fuck each other, right?
He believed it.
Yeah, he believed it totally. But the whole time he's just like wondering why they couldn't both do it. He's like, this seems so crazy.
Yeah. Still a winner.
Yeah, still a winner, man. That's good. Wrestling is good, man.
Have you been doing jiu-jitsu? I saw another story. Not to just keep giving you pop culture stories, but
bring it.
Tom Hardy, the guy from Batman, which you wouldn't like.
Yeah.
He won a jiu-jitsu competition. He entered into a jiu-jitsu competition under his name and won it, like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu competition.
Damn, huh? Tom Hardy. Let's get an image of him. Get a JPEG of him.
Bring up an article. Let's read it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow. And he won it, huh?
They said he was like preparing for another, I guess, he was in a movie called The Wrestler or Wrestlers. Mm-hmm. And he won, and he started doing jiu-jitsu for that, and now he's like a blue belt, which I don't know where that ranks.
I probably haven't been to jiu-jitsu in 2 months.
Really?
But I've just been training. I've just been trying to I just kept getting hurt so much.
Yeah.
Is
it true what everyone says about it? Just how it's like, I mean, if you watch podcasts from the outside looking in, which is kind of where I feel like I am on the scale, mm-hmm. It feels like almost all podcasters do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think probably, well, Rogan got everybody into Rogan merged these two worlds, right?
Right.
So that's where that symbiosis happened.
Right.
And after that, you have everybody that kind of you start meeting all these guys and you're like, I want to be involved in this.
I mean, it seems cool.
Oh, it's good, man.
I did it for my my senior project in high school.
You went and did it?
Yeah, you had to do something. I think I did MMA, which is the same thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
But I was a beginner MMA, so you have to start at jiu-jitsu, I think.
Right.
You started doing wrestling.
Right. I think
side control. That's all I remember.
MMA is mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So that's when they have kickboxing and wrestling.
We didn't get into any of the kickboxing.
Yeah,
stuff.
we didn't either.
Yeah.
We just stayed and wrestled.
But it was good. It's kind of weird because I would go in, I was 18, so I was like, there's some old dudes in there. And, they're big and they're stronger than you and they're real sweaty. Well, they're more sweaty. I don't know. Old guys are sweatier than young guys. And that part of it turned me off a little bit. But I did like the physical component of kind of just exerting yourself. I worked out with, Will Compton.
Yeah.
I worked out with him today, this morning. We work out sometimes in Nashville. He lives here. And I don't have really a workout schedule at all. And so we'll do a little kind of an easy workout But this morning we did like conditioning,
Mm-hmm.
which I never do. Like when I stopped playing football, I was like, dude, I'm never doing anything athletic again for the rest of my life.
Really?
I was like, I'm never working out. Like this is the stupidest thing. Like I've worked out so hard for my whole life. I'm never working out again.
Wow.
And I did it for a while, and you start feeling real bad, you know? So anyways, I started doing it. I'm pretty much still feeling bad.
Yeah. You got to start feeling good, man.
But we did conditioning this morning. I felt so much better after doing a conditioning than just lifting weights. And I asked Will, I was like, why do you think it feels so much better to do conditioning? He's like, well, you just go kind of like, you can really exert yourself hard as you can. I feel like that's kind of the same thing with wrestling, or you can't like half-ass wrestling, you get your ass beat.
Right.
So there's something to that. It makes your brain feel better, at least a little.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but I like going to
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying I said all that, but then I realized about conditioning. I didn't try my hardest at all.
Yeah, I was like, what if I'm not trying?
Yeah,
hard?
I wasn't. Conditioning sucks.
Yeah, conditioning does suck, dude. And then the only thing I realize I'm conditioning before I get back home, and it's just me again. You know, like damn.
Yeah.
Now I'm just alone again, dude. I guess I'll make a taco. You know, it's like, gosh, man.
Yeah, we always go get this place in Nashville. It's called 8th and Roast. And we always go over there to get like a little burrito afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a hard day of conditioning. We up our burritos to 2.
Oh, damn.
So we only have 1. But like today, we had 2 burritos each.
Bro, all you need is some boots. Now I'm telling you, dude, there's something about Nashville, baby, where they just want to, how much fat can I get in this boot?
Yeah.
How much fat can I get in this boot?
Do you like Nashville? Like, are you gonna stay here for everything?
Here's one thing I realized. The people in Nashville are awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome people. A lot of unique folks passing through town.
Yeah.
Some of the best gas station hangs.
Yeah. I go get coffee every morning at a gas station.
Oh, bro, you hit some of these gas stations, you need to go during the owl hours, bro, when the fucking owls are out. They got 2 owls land over there at night.
Yeah.
And there's a guy out there, and he sees the owls, he tells you, and then you owe him money, apparently, right?
That's a twice daily.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's that twice daily, baby,
Yeah.
that tiger mark.
Uh-huh.
So, dude, over there, bro, that dude fucking, you got to pull up just before he sees those owls if you want to fucking do it on the cheap. But I love that kind of shit, you know? I love that, it's kind of like, it still has some values to it.
Definitely.
It's a big town.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. So I feel like fortunate that I'm here. I don't know if I'll stay here forever. I don't know yet. I think if I had me a wife or something, maybe if I got a wife, then I would consider staying somewhere. But until I get a wife, dude, I think I'm just a rolling stone.
It is kind of hard to decide. Like I'm the same way as you in terms of I could live anywhere.
Right.
Because my work's on the road.
Yeah.
Like for my show, for Sundae Conversation, I go to the guest. So as long as there's an airport, I could live anywhere. But then you're like, I could live anywhere. And then you got to decide where you want to live. And you try a new city and you make a bunch of friends. And you're like, see y'all. I'm going to go try somewhere else where I don't know anybody. That's what I think about this town.
Oh,
and
yeah.
y'all.
Damn, yeah, because some people, some people don't even know you're gone sometimes, you know? People, it's like, yeah, it is hard to choose. I feel sometimes I get so angry you can only live in one place at one time.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off.
But then there's guys like Jimmy John, who we both know.
Yeah.
Who, like I talked to him this morning because he was saying he had lunch with you.
Yeah, we went and had lunch the other day.
Or that late lunch, the dinner. And he literally is in a different city every day.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, how do you do this? Like, don't you ever want to just be at your house? And he said something pretty cool. I can't remember what it was. He was like, I'm not going to let the old creep in or something like that. This is not a dry run. Like this is the real deal. And I'm going till I can't go.
Yeah.
But I get tired sometimes.
Yeah, I get tired pretty easy, man. That guy has like 1 million horsepower engine. That guy's 1 million horsepower.
Built
engine.
different.
Yeah.
Huge dog in him.
Yeah.
2 dogs.
Yeah, man. I think guys like that would have been great at almost anything they tried to do.
100,000%.
Some people are just like, you meet them, you're like, oh, they'd be great at whatever. Like no matter what they did, they would have figured it out.
Little Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy John's nephew?
Yes.
Now this young fella is let's use a word to describe little Jimmy.
It's big. Genius.
Mm.
He's like, and for people who don't know Jimmy John, I mean, I know you had him on your show, but like, he's just
You
the
had him on your
most-
show.
I had him on my show too. Your show probably gave him a more insight to his real personality, but he's just like he has an engine. He's super charismatic.
Yeah. Pull up some pictures of. I don't know if we can get it. We'll
Or
put
an
him in
article,
after.
at least. Yeah, but he's super charismatic. He's super likable immediately.
Yeah.
He's super. You feel he's accessible. Like he's not like I mean, he's obviously a billionaire, but he's not like some type of person that you feel like you can't talk to him about anything.
You mean John? Big
Jimmy John. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
But then also at the same time, he is his attention to detail and how smart he is and how much he's thoughtful about everything. And I think Little Jimmy seems to be the kind of the same way, which is kind of crazy because how old is Little Jimmy? 13?
I don't know. Yeah.
He's
13 or
at
12.
this camp, and I don't want to share too much of his details. I think he got his first kiss at the camp.
He did. He also motorboated himself for a little while, which I thought was. I mean, I saw the video and I didn't see it because I wanted to see it. I wanted to make sure everybody was okay. But yeah, he did. He motorboated himself. Cool kid. But yeah, that kid, Little Jimmy. I didn't know who we were talking about. Little Jimmy is like this, like spitfire kind of. He's kind of like a kind of young Rush Limbaugh of the outdoors, you know.
Yes.
But Rush ate pills, and Little Jimmy likes to hunt.
Yes.
You know,
he is like, and the reason I was even talking about Big Jimmy is just because he has all these qualities where you, like you said, he'll be successful at anything he tries.
Yeah.
And you look at Little Jimmy and you're like, this kid's going to either be the president of the United States or he's going to be in jail.
Yeah.
And we told him that. It's like, bro, you got to choose.
Yeah,
you know, like you're a walking legend already, but you
president or prison, baby.
Yeah.
That'd be good for children, president or prison, and you get to interview the kid.
Yeah. Or just like a new line of Hillary Clinton shirts, you know?
Bro, how crazy. People forget that Bill Clinton he was University of Arkansas. How crazy. When you think that they went to University of Arkansas, that's the craziest part for me.
I was thinking this morning because I saw, because the Monday Night Football stuff with Peyton Manning and the Manning family, how they have their whole thing with, like, they got obviously Peyton and Eli, and then the brother, they got the young kid who's coming up who's supposed to be the best quarterback ever, and then they got the dad. They basically have their own, like, mafia. They're like their football mafia.
Yeah.
And like you hear like whispers and stories, like they are like the football mafia. Like if they want your show shut down, that thing's shut down.
Yeah.
Or if they want your show to go, that thing goes.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of pull. They've always had that in New Orleans growing up, and they had Cooper, the third brother.
Yeah.
And he was like, he sold insurance or something. But he'd have a commercial like, I'll throw a policy over this fucking mountain. You know, he'd have like that kind of stuff, you know?
You did crash that car.
Yeah.
And his family's like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did, man. How was whenever Aaron Rodgers came through, how was that? Was that pretty, what was that like?
He was the coolest. So we probably had 30 or 40 guests on my show. He was the number one coolest dude that I didn't know what to think about him. I mean, I had you on the show, but I had met you a bunch of times before. He was the coolest guy that I just didn't know what I was going to get. He could not have been, he had this huge house. We did at Lake Tahoe at this golf tournament. And this is actually a good story. So I have like bookers. That's how I get my show most of the time. Sometimes I'll know the person, or sometimes they'll hit me up, or I'll hit them up on like Instagram. But most of the times it's a woman named Kelly and another woman named Peggy from our booking department who like put everything together. So Peggy books Aaron Rodgers on my show. And we get a list. I don't know how it is for your pod, but it's like, I get a list of like, would you be interested in these people?
Yeah, same.
And I always just circle like the best ones. I just only like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, you know, and I never get any of them.
Yeah.
Or at least I hadn't got any of them in the past. And then I got a message or an email. It was like, hey, Aaron Rodgers will do your show. And I was like, no way, really? It's like, awesome. There was going to be 2 months from then at the Lake Tahoe golf tournament because he's on like a Greek vacation or something. So we get to the tournament and we're out there in Lake Tahoe. I don't know if you've been, but it's a hard place to get to. You got to fly to Reno. You got to fly across the country, fly to Reno, and then drive to Lake Tahoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're out there. It's not an easy place to get to.
Beautiful drive. Yeah.
It is awesome.
Horrible place to go.
And then I hit up Peggy and I was
Reno is bad.
Reno's growing.
Reno's growing.
Okay. And
dude, Reno's the only city I wouldn't donate blood in, dude, honestly, because I felt bad about leaving it there.
Really? It just, I just get like, it's just a lot of cigarette smoke is honestly the only thing I even think about Reno. I just think about how many cigarettes have been smoked inside there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got stuck in a casino one night there, and they found a body behind some of the machines in there. Me and
Alive?
No, not alive. They found a not alive guy behind some of the machines.
Did they even pick it up?
Yeah, they got him out of there, dude. But anyway, go on your story.
Sorry, yeah. I
so you get up there. It's tough to get there.
It's tough to get there, anyways. And so say the shoot's on a Tuesday. I don't really remember. The shoot's on like a Tuesday, and it's Monday. Yeah. And we're like, what time and where is this thing going to happen? And then Peggy, who's our booker, is like hitting up his agent or whatever. And she's like, we're going to get back to you. He's doing this, doing that. And then finally at night, they're just like, we're going to be honest with you. We haven't talked to Aaron in 2 months, the agent. He doesn't answer any of our calls. Like Aaron Rodgers.
Dang, it's like you guys are the Packers offensive coordinator.
Yeah, right. Like he just lives in his own existence. Like he just is he's in this lane or this like wave that he just riding.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how you feel when you're around him. He just kind of like, he's just on his own wavelength. And he just didn't talk to his agent for 2 months. So I'm out there. I'm like, what am I going to do? And actually shout out to big Pat McAfee.
Pat's awesome.
Who worked at Barstool. And I was like, Pat, I hate to call in a favor ever. And I don't know how I could repay you, especially he's got, what, freaking $2 billion now and all the access in the world. He's on every show. But I was like, here's the situation. Rodgers agreed to do the show. It's not like I'm asking you to ask Rodgers to do it. He said he would do it.
Right.
But we just don't know where he's at. We can't locate him.
Mystery.
And so Pat talked to Rodgers, who he responded to Pat, and he was like, show up at his house this time tomorrow. So we get in there. The whole time we're with him, he doesn't have shoes on the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
that's a move right there.
He just I don't even know how to explain it. He's just cool. Like he's old fashioned cool. Like you're around him like, this is a cool guy. And he was awesome on the interview. And then
did he give y'all sodas or anything?
He had a full staff. He had like a full, like they made us drinks. We had went out the night before, and I think I was like a little hungover, and he was like, you need a drink? Like, I think he saw it in my eyes, like, you want a drink? And I was like, yeah, I would take a drink. Damn. So it was the staff like made me like a margarita, and we did the interview. It was awesome. And then we hung out, me, him, and Glenny Balls for like 7 hours.
No.
Yeah, just sitting on his porch talking. And I asked him every question. I mean, I don't want to like go too much into it, but I asked him every question that you could think of asking. Wow. Like off the record, what do you think about this? And he was super transparent, honest, answered every question. Questions you can't even believe would be answered by anybody. And he was just awesome, dude. He was just, I kind of have a man crush on him, I guess. I don't know. That's what it's sounding like. I think he's just a stud. He's just really a stud.
Okay. And is he handsome? Does he seem handsome when you're around him?
I think he's traditionally I think he's in the upper tiers of handsome, but I think you would probably say he's beyond. He's like a Beyond Burger for handsome. Like,
oh damn.
But he's the real deal. You don't think about him being attractive when you're with him. You think about like this is just like and I'm a football fan too, so like you know what he's done on the field, and like you know how good he is at what he does.
Yeah.
And then just so how he could be that cool too, and be on your own lane. He's super authentic. Or he is now. I mean, I don't know how he used to be
before the ayahuasca,
or before his whole like different. I mean, I think he's went through a lot of stuff. Yeah, everyone knows about it.
He seems like a journeyman. He seems like a man who's almost traveled time now. When I look at him,
yeah, and he probably has.
When you left him that day, did you feel like? Did you miss him?
Yeah, I texted him right afterwards, and I was like, we saw like a vaccination sign, like must be vaccinated. I was like, you can't come here, you know.
Yeah.
He just texted back like, immunized, bro. Yeah. You know. And Glenny Balls feels the same way. He's Glenny Balls going to kill me for saying this. He's Glenny Balls' background on his phone. Him and Glenny Balls like this is Glenny's background on his phone.
I think that's sweet, man. You know, it's hard to find good male figures out there in the world these days.
Especially athletes too, because it's been for a long time. Like, I mean, you're a huge sports fan, and so am I. It's like for pretty much our whole lives, athletes haven't been able to, while they're playing, especially, just like say wild shit and be like really good and have thought behind it. I mean, you hear some guys say some wild shit,
yeah,
but it's like they just didn't think about it. They accidentally said it,
right?
But he's like, I don't care.
Yeah,
and you know his fan base is every type of person, every demographic, probably from multi countries. And he just saying his truth, and it's kind of cool. That's what's so cool about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like he's like a 6-shooter. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled out a 6-shooter.
Same. Yeah, I mean, he is.
And he just shot a bunch of fucking cool ass fucking ideas into the world. No bullets.
I wonder what he'll do after football.
Ooh. You know, did he talk about ayahuasca?
When I was with him, it was before his announcement that he had done it.
Right.
And he was like, I'm about to say something. He told me, I'm about to do this announcement. That's going to be pretty controversial. And I'm an idiot. And I was like, what is it? He's like, well, just that I've been using a little plant medicine. And I was like, bro, I was like, we all know. I told him, I was like, dude, everyone knows that you've fucking taken ayahuasca. He's like, you think? I was like, everyone knows, dude. Trust me. It's like, that won't even make a blip on the news. And he says it was like every news story. I was like, dude, no one cares. Everyone knows. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got actually, because Aubrey Marcus invited me to go. I was supposed to go on that trip when they went.
And you didn't go?
I had a show booked somewhere.
Shit.
It was in, I think, Tulsa. And it had been sold out for like 4 months. I just felt like I couldn't. I mean, I could have maybe sent a mass email to those people.
Yeah.
And said like, hey guys, I'm thinking about doing this, you know, I don't know. But if like 50 of them said no, we wanted to see the show, I probably would have done the show.
Sent them, dude, honestly, if you would have live streamed you and Aaron doing ayahuasca, they'd probably been okay.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah, if I could have sold tickets to that, dang. Yeah, man.
But he was. I mean, I don't know if I butchered talking about it, but he is as cool of a guy as I've ever met in any walk of life. Just very, very cool to be around.
No, I think it's interesting, man, because you always kind of like he seems a little bit like, he doesn't seem like a company man. That's what I like about him.
No. I could see how he'd be frustrating to play with, or definitely to coach.
Yeah.
You would, but at this point in his career, you
like trying to coach a rattler.
You don't want to coach him. A smart one.
Yeah.
Who's probably better at being a rattler than you are.
Yeah. I don't understand how any good quarterback has a quarterback's coach who was not a good quarterback.
Yeah, but I'd say most of them didn't even play ever. Like, there's a lot of the best, but a lot of the best coaches didn't play football at all. I don't want to say a lot of them. There's quite a, like, I'm trying to think the guy's name who was at the Georgia Tech, Paul Johnson, I think, who ran that triple option. And like no one could stop Georgia Tech running the triple option.
Wow.
He never even played a down of football in his entire life.
Damn.
He's like wrote up some stuff.
He just liked options.
Like what? Tell me what's Saban's football background?
I don't think he played anywhere. Can we look that up?
I mean, Bill Belichick. Like what?
What Saban owned like a Subway or something? Like, this is crazy. What? Yeah, Belichick. I don't know. He looked like he probably worked at a factory somewhere. Oh, he played at Kent State. Who didn't? Saban played defensive back at Kent State University upon his graduation in 1973. He had intended to pursue a career in automotive sales until the Kent State head coach Don James, 2 names for one, hired him as a graduate assistant. Wow.
Now he's Nick Saban. That's a bad dude.
He could have been Nick Sedan. That would have been crazy, right?
Nick Saban sedans.
Yeah. Could you imagine? That's crazy.
I wouldn't buy a car for him in a million years.
I mean, I know a lot of fucking Mississippi State fans wouldn't.
Would you? What do you think? I think that you'd probably be pretty good in that lane.
Slinging vehicles?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
Some of those dudes are rich.
Yeah, but you have to be the owner to be rich, I think. Otherwise, you just end up smoking and going to AA meetings.
Yeah, true.
You
Reno.
know? Yeah, that you end up in Reno.
Economy seat to Reno.
Dude, Reno, yeah. God, Oh, I will tell you this. We were there one time, huge snowstorm hit. A bunch of chicks, like all our shows got canceled. We had to stay there for 4 days.
Yeah.
And 2 buses of like co-eds, like chicks for like going to their sorority ski trip. They couldn't go up the mountain, so they had to stay there. And we dropped them all. Literally, me and my buddy Jamie Lissow were sitting at the bar like, man, our lives suck. And fucking 250 women roll in.
That's a movie. What happened?
Sex, bro.
Really?
Yep.
Let's go.
Pretty good done. I mean, not pretty brief sex, you know?
Yeah.
Winter sex.
Some wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have tagged somebody in.
what's your out of all the out of all the places you've been, what's your favorite weird city? Like favorite place? Like you wouldn't want to live there probably, but like I just love going there.
Man, I really wanted to get to spend a little bit more time up in Portland, Maine.
Really?
Yeah, it's like such a surprise that it's there. Because you think it's a lot of people out there fucking, who've lost their eyeballs and shit, you know? Out there, people out there just, a lot of people that, hate people that go to Burning Man but wish they would watch Burning Man videos at home as a family.
Yeah.
Like that kind of shit, But dang, there's just something about it, dude. The cold wind just fucking
It is cool. I like it too.
Pushes you out of the street.
One of the first things I did at Barstool was like a travel show. It was like the Barstool travel show. And it didn't really take. I don't know why. Well, I'm probably about to say why. So we had an episode in Portland, Oregon.
Oh yeah.
And so we went out and shot a lot of stuff there. But like we had some stuff planned. We went to like an RV sale and we got kicked out of there. We just didn't get enough stuff for the whole episode. And we liked our whole season of episodes. They're probably like 10 minutes a piece, 15 minutes a piece. But this one probably had like 5 solid minutes, 6 solid minutes. And so we just took a flight we were in New York, like a quick flight to Portland, Maine. We shot the rest of the episode and just never said anything about it.
Really?
Like you watch the Portland episode, it's like half of it's in Maine, half of it's in Oregon.
Damn, bro.
We just never mentioned it.
Dang, bro. You're like, just welcome to Portland.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild.
One time you're at an Antifa thing and then you're eating a lobster next minute.
Like, wonder who this lobster's voting for. Yeah, damn. Dude, I wish they had black lobsters. Those things would be fucking gangbangers, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
In the ocean, dude, if they had some fucking black lobsters. Everybody deals with the Sunday scaries. You know what they are? They're fears, moments where you're like, dang, Monday. Monday's lurking right around the corner. Dang, Michael Monday Myers over there. Just eating candy and ready to chop. It's dangerous like that. That's the Sunday scaries. They're those oh shit moments. Oh shit. Got to do my homework. Got to, deal with, look, see my children, see my stepdaddy, whatever. Get a job. Well, I don't relax well. I'm telling you that. And with my crazy life, it's hard to shut off my brain. I get Sunday scaries all week. I'll be on Tuesday talking about Sunday. People say, dang, sit down, buddy. Have a cold water. And I don't sleep well, so you know what helps me, or what could help you, is Sundae Scaries CBD gummies. They can help you decompress, clear your mind, and fall asleep so you can wake up with a fully functioning human brain and being. Because you want to function well. Don't you see somebody? They're zombieing around, no shoes on. 2022, it's all about self-loving and taking better care of yourself. So whether you need to take the edge off, calm your racing mind, sleep better, or just chill, Sundae Scaries CBD gummies are the answer. We all have the right to live scare-free, and let me save you a little bit of coin over there. With my code, it is Theo for a 25% discount. Visit SundayScaries.com and use my promo code Theo for your discount. That's Sunday, SCARIES.com, and use promo code Theo for 25% off. SundayScaries.com. The NFL action is in full swing over here at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's an official sports betting partner of the NFL. They got touchdowns, big plays, little plays, everything, and big wins. If you like to gamble, if it's safe for you and something you can do safely, DraftKings Sportsbook is the place. New customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team and get $200 in free bets if they do. If that's not enough, everyone can boost their winnings with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Right now, for every leg you add to your parlay, you can boost your winnings up to 100%. With payouts bigger than ever, why bet on football anywhere else? Some people are betting on it crazy places. Larry's Bet Tank or whatever. Or Donnie's Double Down. And you got to drive over there. And they're always burning stuff in the yard. Tighten up. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code THEO to get $200 in free bets if your team wins when you place a $5 bet on any football game. That's code Theo, only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. What I just see in the Netherlands, they had, did you see that thing, brownies and downies or whatever? It was like Brown syndrome. It was people that had Down syndrome. They incorporated them, and they're running a restaurant. Yeah. And this is it right here. And people were giving him hell on the internet. But you can go there and get you a good brownie and meet a, you know, one of God's warlords, you know, one of God's, but you know,
I have such a soft spot for like
heroes, you know,
Down syndrome. If I could, when I have a kid, and that, I mean, obviously I mean, they're like, they don't have an easy life, and I don't think it's super easy to, I don't know, not raise one, but I think it's like, it's hard. Down syndrome's hard, but they're so pure and so sweet. I've always said, if there's going to be like a Down syndrome kid, I'll take one.
Yeah.
I just love them.
I could see you doing it. We had Chris Nikic on, and he's the Down syndrome guy who won who finished the Ironman. And so that was like unbelievable talking to him.
Did he flex on you?
No, he likes chick. He talked a lot about trying to get with some hot blondes, you know?
Yeah. Which
I get, you know. Totally understood that part of it.
Yeah.
Actually, the part I couldn't relate to was a lot of like the physical fitness.
That's what I was about to say. Like his like achievements.
Yeah, man, he loves smoking hot blondes. That's what he's called. He's like, let's get some smoking hot blondes. That's what he kept saying over and over again, man. But that dude, yeah, he ran like 250 miles, and like swam. I mean, he swam like as far as you could let somebody swim, you know. But pretty unbelievable. That was crazy. But this place, they have everybody that works there has Down syndrome. So that's like, and people were giving them a problem. But I think it's kind of cool.
What could you give them a problem about?
I think people are saying, oh, this is wrong, you know? But I think it's like, at least now you can embrace it. Like, welcome to this place. We have Down syndrome. Because what I don't like is when people pretend somebody doesn't have Down syndrome.
Yeah,
you know?
Too many people doing that.
Well, in our town growing up, they would do that a lot. And it'd be like, Eric has Down syndrome, you know? And they're like, no, he doesn't, you know? Like, well, all right.
Well.
You know? Like, well, he's not doing great today.
Yo, his service is just slow.
Yeah.
At least they're doing it in Europe, dude. So the service is slow anyways.
Then he didn't get enough rest, you know? I mean, but pretty crazy. I wonder what other afflictions you could have and also have like a cool place, you know?
And establishment, be incorporated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they had,
dude, what if there was a spot where every single person had like herpes? Like everyone in here has genital herpes. They're serving you fucking a hamburger.
Hamburgers and herpes, yeah. Bro, what about eggs and eczema? You just go. The guy's like, oh, you want some salt on that? And he just rubs his skin off like that. Dude, what about Pepsi and Hep C? You're like, hey, you want something to drink? Check your crotch. Yeah, that'd be it. I'm trying to think of some other good ones we could have. Dude, this is great ideas. What are some good ones we could do, man?
Oh, dude. I don't know. Sometimes I think about like just those names, like the strip clubs that serve food.
Yeah.
Tits and grits, eggs and legs.
Yeah.
You get like hangers and bangers, just old saggy boobs, no bras, and they serve you potatoes.
Oh. Dude, when I see a horrible tit, it fucking makes my whole body hurt. It really does, man.
Oh, same. And dude, sometimes, and this is just me being transparent and honest.
Thanks.
Sometimes when I'll see someone who has like an actual, I saw, this is bad, but this is just a true story. I saw a guy who he lost I don't know if he had a burn on his face or he lost an arm, maybe both, but I saw him. I was at the movie theater and I saw him and I did like that.
Oh,
you know, and it's like, I don't know if he saw me or not, but it's a sad, there's something in us that you're not supposed to, you recognize it fast, I guess what I'm trying to say. It doesn't take your brain long to see something like that.
to recognize what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a guy that tried to pretend he had both arms for a while in our area, and that made that everybody was going crazy.
They noticed it
Yeah,
immediately.
but you don't want to say anything, but you thought it, and then people thought they were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then you have people trying to guess. That was the crazy part. You had people trying to like rip his arm off, like just to see if it was, you know. And I'm like, dude, what if it's real? Yeah, just crazy, man. Just people are fucking crazy, man. They just had that one. What was the one with the huge breasts they had? Who was that? Remember that? But I say more power to you, Netherlands. I think it's like, you know, it's like, I think if people if they have whatever, let them get out there. I'd love to go to a place if I knew when I walked in, hey, everybody here has herpes.
Yeah.
So they don't have to pretend that they don't fucking have herpes. Because I think probably one of the worst things about having some things is pretending you don't have it. You know? So I think that it would be great if everybody could have herpes in one spot. Or you know what I'm saying? What, you know what I'm talking about? They had a lady, big breast lady.
Type that in.
Actually, I think we have a blocker on this computer, and I got to get a new one, dude. I've ended up masturbating the past 4 days.
Oh, really? Because when we were at that camp with Jimmy John, you were on a no masturbation. I think you were like 35 days in or something.
I was doing good.
And I was trying to convince you to jerk it off. I was like, where are you going? You're like, dude, why do you keep wanting me to jerk off? I started feeling bad about myself. I was like, I don't know why I wanted to jerk off.
Yeah, bro. That was a weird flex from you, bro. I will say that. They had a lady with big boobs who, it was trans person who had big boobs, and the kids were loving it at school.
This.
So there you go. This lady has got those frickin' damn rib bonnets, dude. She's got some bangers.
There's a place for her at Hangers and Bangers.
Oh, bro, there's no way you can't. There's no way you can park in front of those and not get a ticket, huh?
Do you think there could be a place where, and this is kind of a good.
Look at that one, dude. Oh my god.
What do you think?
What?
What is she teaching? Dude, is she in whiteface? Go up.
Oh, she probably is, like Lester Holt. He's a white dude. I've always long thought that. Yeah, he has a very like there you go.
I mean, that's white. That's whiteface, dude.
How can you have huge tits and have a look on your face like you're looking at huge tits at the same time? But see, this is how they're tricking people. And this is probably Biden doing this.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get more people to accept trans, right?
Yeah.
And just be more comfortable with it. So you send in somebody like this, you send in, you know, a real...
And then afterwards, you just take anybody.
Yeah. I mean, this is Transmala Anderson right here, dude. I mean, they fucking sent in, they put the biggest tits. But you don't even notice that they got that wand, baby. They got that yanker, baby. They got that door knocker right under them. And look at those legs. Look like a man's legs. How many commercials, dude? Jesus Christ. God, dude. Bro, I bet.
Wait, she teaches a wood chopping class?
Yes, yes. Of course she does, baby.
There's a lot of wood in there, dog.
Dude. Can you believe this? But see, this is how they're going to get everybody. By baiting them with this kind of stuff. Because, you know, it's just been kind of like this weird, like, what's going on? But now... I mean, this is crazy, dude. I mean, this is crazy.
And look at that mask, but what?
I don't know. And why doesn't she swim? See, if she
Knows
got in the
how.
pool and swam, I would fucking be supportive of it. Dude, there's no way that broad would make it off the dock. I mean, there were some goddamn, bro. Bro, if one of those bounced into the street, a kid would go get it, dude. Those things are fucking retarded. These things are way worse off than anybody that works at that brownie shop. I mean, these are the craziest looking tits I've ever fucking seen. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to go into all of that.
Dude, who sells that shirt, dude, by the way? Who sells clothing for this type of body?
Yeah, who sells that shirt?
Lululemons, dude.
My God, brother. And it's like, I don't even know at what point are you not sexually attracted to a tit? I feel like there's a size.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there is.
There's a size where a certain age man is like a 7-year-old guy, be like, fucking drool all over that, you know? But any decent man who doesn't drive a fucking Honda Civic and is under fucking 50 is not going to like this.
Yeah, she blew past that, dude. Whatever that threshold is, she blew past it.
Yeah,
Do you think that she's upgraded, though? Do you think that she went right to this? She had like A cups and went right to this. And by she,
I mean
they, right?
Yeah, a Canadian school board is standing behind a trans teacher who sparked protests after turning up to class with clownish, that seems rude. Giant
They can say anything if they put it in quotations.
That's true.
Someone says she looked retarded.
Yeah. To classes with whore jugs. Yeah. The blonde high school teacher went viral after being filmed operating a cut-off saw in class. Look at this shit. But bro, that's who's building our fucking houses now. That's why there's a back order, bro, on everything. Because this lady got her fucking tit caught in the saw. Was an Oakville school teacher. It refused to identify the educator while warning the wrong person had been named in online reports.
Dude, wait. Say that again. They misidentified who it was. Oh, my bad, dude. I'm sorry.
We're sorry, Miss Jackson. Yeah. We're sorry, Professor Arnold. We just had a typo. Some disturbed pupils have skipped classes held by the Oakville Industrial Arts teacher who began identifying as female last year.
I mean, dude, what grade is it? They're going to skip anyways.
Yeah, that's a great point. And and that's probably what happens. 10 or 12 people skipped. You know, they don't want to come, and then and once you've been there twice, it's kind of like when you see the little donkey at the fair.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you don't need to go again.
Dude, it's Tom, the little Tom Thumb or whatever his name is. I've seen him. But wow, that's wild. But you know what? I think you're going to start to have a lot of people that are going to be doing this identification thing out of, not boredom, but out of, I want something different in my life.
Yeah.
I've been I'm not married or whatever, or I want to get out of my marriage. I'm going to say I'm a woman, you know, so then at least easy way. I think a lot of people are going to start using this to get out of different scenarios.
And why not? It's not a bad idea.
Not at all. Your kid comes home, you're like, I'm not your dad.
I'm identifying as not your dad.
Yeah. I'm Rhonda. Yeah. You look like my dad. Yeah, but look at these tits I just got in the mail. That's going to change fast, bucko.
Those do look self-applied too.
Yeah, they do look, bro. Those look like they came with adhesive, bro. Wow. What else we got? Anything else in the news going on? Oh, what is it? Do not cook chicken in NyQuil. While most of us would recoil in horror from such dangerous suggestions, adolescents and young adults continue to be susceptible to social media dares like these. Oh, NyQuil chicken?
What's the I mean, obviously it's crazy, but what's the problem with it?
I don't see an issue.
I mean, you can take NyQuil. I've always thought that about drinking salt water. It's like I can eat salt and drink water. Why can't I drink salt water?
Yeah, that's a good
like
point.
I can take NyQuil before I go to bed. I can eat chicken. Why can't I have NyQuil chicken?
Yeah, maybe they don't want the show. Maybe they, maybe it does something to the pan or something. I don't know. This guy it looks like it's just somebody in college, I feel like, honestly. If you've ever been in college, just look like fucking Tuesday night. Dude, what do you miss about college, man? Did you love it, or were you kind of like...
I actually did. So
because you played football, right? You played at North Carolina.
Yeah, and what I missed about the most was being around the dude, like the guys, and just being around people. Because I went and got a real job, and I was like, you're just not around your friends. But then I made like a very concerted effort to rejoin with friends and like making that a huge priority, and not even like making a ton of new friends, but just like my friends who are my friends, like going out of my way to make sure I'm around them. And I feel like it's got better because I did miss them really bad.
Yeah.
But like even when I moved to Florida, like I moved where my friends were living. I go the last 2 weekends I traveled to go see friends.
Oh wow!
Just because I missed that part of my life so bad.
Yeah, I forget about how important that is. I noticed it just recently going and training like with the same people every day.
It's so fun.
It's like it's like I get to be funny. I get to joke around. I'm like a normal person. I'm not stuck in my head.
Yeah, me and Will. So I've been working out with Will. It's this place called Boost Fit in Nashville, and it's just like a big facility. They have a lot of athletic stuff in there, but there's also a school for hockey kids who don't want to go to real school. And it's awesome. They literally just don't go to real school. They do online classes, and they play hockey all day.
In Nashville?
In Nashville.
Wow.
And they have every age. So we'll go in there after we work out, and we'll like jump in the sauna or showers, and then we're just showering. There's a bunch of middle schoolers running around making fun of each other's meats and stuff like that. Why is he not getting naked? You know, so we're just in there listening to it. But it's like, man, this is really what being a guy's all about.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, dog. Look, I've been through some shit, man. We've all been through some shit, dude. That's crazy, bro. I never, I don't know. Some kid I remember tried to show me his dick, bro, and I told him no.
Yeah.
And I was thankful for that, man.
But kids are ruthless.
Oh, they don't care.
Like we'll sit in there and we'll be in the sauna, and they'll all be like waiting in line to get in the showers and stuff, and they're just ruthless.
Yeah, they're so mean, dude.
I'm like, God, he's getting roasted right now. You want to step in, but like, I'm not stepping in.
It's dangerous over there. And when you don't know the lingo, stepping down into a younger age bracket is way scary, dude.
Terrible.
And kids nowadays, it's like they're so on their iPad, they don't even notice if they get molested, I feel like.
Well,
you know, I mean, I feel like a lot of kids wouldn't even.
Yeah. True.
You know, I don't know. That's insane. We might have to take that out.
Dude, well, by the time we get. But I mean. Yeah.
Like when I was young, you weren't looking at your iPad. So like, you know.
You noticed?
If suddenly
you really noticed.
You were somebody's iPad. Yeah. You noticed, yeah. But nowadays, you can't even get the kids' attention, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So.
Depends on what they're looking at, probably.
Yeah, I think it's like, I was with my family recently, and there's some children in our family. And I don't think that they saw me with their eyes for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's kind of sad, but it's also like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. And it's peaceful.
And it's peaceful.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they are hanging out with you, you're like, where's your iPad, dude?
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
You want me to help you find it?
Yeah, the second you get their attention, you don't want it.
Yeah, right.
What do you look at? The NFL season kicked off. Who are some teams? What are some of your teams you think? What do you think this kind of plays out as? How do you think Tom Brady does? How do you think this kind of rolls out for Brady?
Dude, I don't know. I've been seeing all the stuff that's going on. He doesn't look good in terms of his face.
Well, people are saying that. I think
You think his face looks good?
he looks leaner. I just can't tell if he maybe has had something done to his face or if he just looks leaner.
I think if you're married to a model,
yeah,
the stuff that y'all are talking about at your house, she's always talking about cosmetic stuff, and it's probably just easy to fall into that lifestyle of always trying to improve your looks.
Yeah.
But do you see what happened with Brett Favre?
Oh, yeah. He got caught up on that money. They bought a gym for somebody.
Yeah, that's not good. But in terms of the NFL, to answer your question, dude, I think the Bills are a wagon.
I know.
Like, who's doing anything to the Bills?
I couldn't imagine anyone.
But
yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know if anybody in their division. I mean, maybe if Miami shows up and shows out one game.
Well, my best friend from college is Mitch Trubisky, who's a starting quarterback for the Steelers,
and he was on your show too. He was on Sunday Conversations. I remember.
Yep, and he's a great guy, awesome dude. And they drafted Kenny Pickett #1 or for their first pick. So anytime you take a quarterback first round, that's your guy.
Right.
It's just a pay differential. Like they're paying him more than they're paying Mitch. And so you kind of, if you're him, I mean, he's in the toughest spot ever where it's like, on paper, Kenny Pickett's going to be the starter of their franchise and like their franchise quarterback. At least that's what they want to happen. But he has to like step in for a time being. Hopefully it's a full season or, he's a 2-year contract, 2 seasons. But just always having that weight over your shoulder. And he doesn't say that there's a weight on his shoulder, but like, that you don't have that room for error.
Yeah.
And so I thought he's been playing, like he played last night. I don't know when this comes out. He played last night against the old Browns. And he like played pretty good. Like they lost. Like he looked good. Like he looked like an NFL quarterback. He looked like he belonged on the field. But
yeah, the pressure on some of those guys, I can't imagine. A lot of that's a high pressure situation.
All of it is. But then I also always think like, and I tell him too, it's like, dude, they get paid for that pressure. Like it's not like you're just a high school quarterback and maybe Friday Night Lights and it's like you have all the pressure, then you just go home and whatever, get on your iPad and try not to feel it, whatever. But he gets paid for the pressure, but that's a tough spot to be in, and so I root for him really hard. I have a bunch of other friends who are on different teams I play with at Carolina or guys I've met throughout. So I kind of root for players. I grew up a Panthers fan, but I root kind of for players now in the pros.
So then who do you think you see? So obviously out of the AFC, you see Buffalo.
They're going to have some massive injuries.
Right.
It's not going to be like one injury is not going to take them out.
No.
Unless it's Allen, which I don't even want to talk about that. But
I don't even. That dude is he's a dog though.
He's a dog. But they have literally every single thing. They have great weapons. He's amazing. They have a great defense. Von Miller somehow, dude. I'm a Panthers fan. I told you. Von Miller single-handedly beat the Panthers like 10 years ago in the Super Bowl by himself. He was like the MVP of the Super Bowl like 25 years ago. And he's somehow still like wrecking every play.
Yeah, I can't believe they ended up getting him. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Good for them. Yeah, they're sick, man. Dude, one night I went out here somewhere and was with Josh Allen and Dawson Knox, right? Yeah. And it was so funny. They've both been drinking, and so they made a bet with each other, and they were like, I bet you won't name your kid Fort Knox, right? That's what one of them bet the other one, and he goes, I bet you won't name your son Wrench Allen, right? So they're like, let's each bet $1,000, and I was like, Dawson, you got to bet. You have to get him to bet more because he gets paid more. It's not fair. You have to be comparable. And he's like, so then Josh is like, all right, I'll bet 3,000. Right? So I'm like, well, then Dawson just made $2,000 because neither one of y'all's gonna name your fucking kid that. So just Venmo Dawson $2,000, bro.
That's a good bet, though.
I mean, it was a good bet, but it's like neither one of them is gonna follow through. So he just made $2,000. I made that dude fucking $2,000.
He honestly owes you at least what?
Yeah, he does.
100?
Yeah, probably 200. I would say 250 probably. But they were arguing about it as I walked off. I heard them kind of fucking.
Did you ever hang out with George Kittle here? I know he lives here.
No, his sister taught me yoga for a while. Emma Kittle.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like
awesome.
yoga?
I do like it, man. I do like it. Sometimes I just I wish 4 people would just just completely pull my body apart and run away with them.
Really?
Because I feel like almost once the 4 forces combine, it's just a bad deal. You know? You like it, man. You're already pretty tall, though. See, if you guys are gifted with length, you don't have to deal with what we got to deal with.
In terms of what?
Just you're always around yourself when you're smaller.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so quick, I touch myself, you know?
I had Boban, you know him? He's like the tallest guy in the NBA.
Mm-mm. Oh.
He played for the Mavs. He's got traded to the Rockets.
Bowl?
Similar.
Okay.
But his name's Boban.
Boban, okay.
Yeah, he's like the new version, basically.
Dang.
And I asked him, I was like, dude, and we haven't put this out yet, but I was like, when you get, like, how long does it take you to get a boner, dude, to get that signal down to your dick? You get horny and like 25 minutes later.
Yeah, if you got bad thigh-fi, your shit ain't going up, dog.
I wouldn't want to be. I mean, I think that me and you probably got pretty good heights.
Yeah, well, I do get admirable of your height.
Well, I'm 6'1". I moved to Florida and I had to get a new ID.
Mm-hmm.
And I always said I was 6'2" when I was playing football.
Oh, yeah.
Because you always go an inch more. But then once I finally just admitted, I'm like, I'm 6'1". That's what it is. So I go to the DMV. And I had COVID, I think, by the time I went to DMV.
yeah.
I didn't know, but it turned out later. So, by the way, you see what DeSantis did? I don't want to.
No, we already talked about it the other day on here. It's so
insane,
awesome.
Hilarious. But
so cool. Some people, I read somewhere that rich people were showing up to pet the fucking people and shit. Yeah.
But I went to the DMV and I was like, she's like, how tall are you? I said 6'1". And then she sent me, gave me my ID, printed it out right there. It says 6'3".
Really?
I said 6'3". She said, kind of like, who gives a fuck, dude? You gonna take it or not? You want to give it back? It'll be 5'9".
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
I was like, welcome to Florida.
This bitch is over there just changing people's lives up. Dude, in Arizona, you only have to get a driver's license every 4. You only have to get your driver's license renewed every 40 years. Can you believe that?
Straight roads.
Yes. I mean, that's true. But I think just for ID purposes, every 40 years you show somebody your ID. It's 40
That's
years
you.
ago. Yeah, that's true. I guess it is nice because then people just have to take your word for it. But no, I thought that migrant stuff was hilarious, dude. People just shipping migrants around. We had a border patrol guy on, and he said the border's insane.
I listened to that episode.
He said people are coming across. He said, and it's not just like people like Mexican people. He said it's all types of people just wandering over, like people with briefcases that say bomb on the side of them, bro. Just like crazy shit, man. And he said he just said it's unbelievable, and they don't prosecute them, so it's basically like Red Rover. They just keep sending them back
over.
Yeah. So that's pretty wild, man.
I do like to see. I just like to see them mix it up. I like how DeSantis kind of just mixing it up.
Yeah,
mixing it up.
Just busting those people. Yeah, it's like, and those people get to see the country.
Yeah.
You know, people are like, they're using them as pawns. Like, they just ran across a stream, like fucking 50 miles sometimes to get there, even further sometimes. So I think a nice bus.
Or anything else. Yeah, they deserve a meal at least.
Oh, I'm sure they're feeding them too.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, somebody said that some lady dropped off like 200 cases of Perrier at the fucking, for these people. Like, what? That's crazy, lady. Oh, dude. I think it's going to start getting weird out there. The weirdest shit gets, man, the first people that are going down are the rich, man.
You think so?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Dude, are you in trouble?
No.
No?
I'll never be fucking rich.
How
Fuck that. There's bugs in here right now.
It really is.
Yeah.
No, dude, I think
No, I mean, people are like, oh.
Jimmy.
Well, yeah, maybe. But since he made sandwiches, he may have a fucking, he might have that.
Yeah, he's in.
He may have an in with the working class.
I think there's a certain level of rich that's probably in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's not Jimmy and it ain't you. It's between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who it is, man, but if shit gets dicey, I could just see it. Because everybody wants to throw something through a fucking rich person's fucking window.
You done that before?
Huh?
Have you done it?
My brother did it, and I watched him.
Uh-huh. And did he feel good after?
Oh, it felt good.
For you or for him? Both?
He was going through it, some shit at the time. I don't know if he loved it.
He could enjoy it? You did enjoy it?
But I was right there to enjoy it for him, dude. I've thought about it. I've no doubt I've replayed it in my head probably 1,000 times.
Dude, there's some rich people here in Nashville.
Yeah, there are.
Sometimes I drove out here. There's some really nice houses, and there's a lot of like famous people who live here too that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Like you would never know they lived here.
Mookie Blaylock lives here.
Really?
Mookie Betts.
I'm about to say I don't even know who that is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts.
But Kirk Herbstreit lives here, right?
Kirk Herbstreit lives here.
I believe so.
Huh.
A lot of the announcers live here.
Oh, really?
Country music stars. So I'm assuming they're all pretty rich. I don't know what scale.
Yeah, I think a lot of them do pretty well. Yeah, I think there's a lot of interesting cats that live out here. Because it's kind of like, and now it's becoming a lot more exposed. Everybody knows now, you know?
Well, the reason I said Reno's growing earlier is they said the 2 fastest growing cities in America are Reno and Nashville.
No way.
Yeah.
You know, and I will say this about Reno. It was beautiful.
It's an hour away from You're close. You're
Yeah.
close to beauty.
Tahoe's beautiful, but it was like set in the mountains. It was kind of like Boise, like 20 years ago. Like Boise was like, Jesus, this place is unbelievable. Like there's just nobody here.
Yeah.
But Reno, it's a lot of just people walking from one AA meeting to the next. A lot of butt stuff going on.
Yeah.
A lot of people bumming cigarettes. Oh, like not even vapes. They haven't heard of vapes. Like people still doing cigarettes.
Did you listen? Do you ever listen to the guy Andrew Huberman?
Dude, we just asked him to come on.
Really?
Yeah.
So he just came out with a podcast on nicotine, and I just been recently trying to get into nicotine. Like I just been recently trying to.
Really, what do you want to do once
it.
what do you want to do?
It just seems fun.
Yeah.
It just seems like something to do, and it feels like it's a good way to bond with people.
Oh yeah.
But I listened to his podcast and he just dropped a podcast on nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
But I listened to his podcast on alcohol, and it was so depressing.
Yeah.
Alcohol's not good for you at all.
Mm-mm.
Nothing about it. There's not even a plus.
Yeah.
I was bummed. I still am kind of bummed
Yeah.
about it. It's making me like just feel bad.
Well, do you ever think that alcohol will become a thing of the past? Like, there's a lot more people. What kind of bug is that? Damn. I just one of those. Let me see if I can get that bitch real fast.
Good luck.
You think it's bothering the audio or no? All right,
Yeah.
never mind. Do you think that like alcohol will kind of fade out because mushrooms have become a lot more popular? You see a lot of people milling around on mushrooms at parties, fucking funerals, whatever. People want to enhance the experience.
Yeah.
Funeraling on mushrooms now is a big thing.
Yeah. I
So-
don't know. I think they're gonna have to have a replacement for the because even mushrooms is like it. Sometimes you not have the coolest conversation of all time. And by cool, I just mean like under control.
That's true. Yeah.
Like alcohol is like, it's a nice social lubricant. Like you can have a couple of drinks and like have a great conversation. You can do it with your parents. You can do it with your friends. Like you might not want to have mushrooms with your parents.
That's true.
But if there's a replacement, dude, the hangovers are terrible. And as I'm getting older, they get worse and worse. And I listen to this podcast and in the podcast, he's like, if you have 1 or 2 drinks a week, then like raises your cortisol, which I guess is like you feeling anxiety levels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so if you don't have it, you're just automatically raising your anxiety just walking around all the time. I didn't feel like I had any anxiety walking around all the time. And now I'm starting to think about like, am I feeling anxiety right now? I had 1 or 2 drinks, bro. I have 45. And so I'm trying to like, damn.
Well, I think also the word anxiety has started to be used for like any type of feeling. If people even have a thought, they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. So now I'm trying to get into nicotine, get addicted to that. And he has a new podcast on that. I'm like, this dude's trying to sabotage my life. I'm not listening to it.
Yeah, well, you already did, man.
Not the nicotine one.
Well, yeah, I think you should steer clear from that probably, especially if the other one did that to you. But it's interesting, like people will be like, I'm having anxiety about my schoolwork. It's like, you haven't done your fucking schoolwork. That's why.
You don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, dude. It's due in 7 hours and you're about to go to sleep. That's not anxiety. You haven't fucking done your work. Like, that's the weird thing about the word anxiety. It's just getting really, really like kind of tossed around in everything.
And that is true. On a serious level, that is true.
Yeah, it is. Oh, so yeah, I think that's one thing it's pillaging like a lot of like vocabularies and people getting on meds. They said 70% of adults in America are on one type of medication.
What is it?
I'm not sure, they didn't say. But then they said 30% are on 2 types of medication. So just fascinating to think how much meds are going into people.
Dude, I heard a thing. So my brain is just like, I listen to like a podcast and I'll hear like one thing and I don't remember which podcast it was or who said it or if it's true, but then I'll just remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that Cialis actually makes you smarter. Like it helps you, and it makes you don't have as much a likelihood of getting, what is it called? Not ALS, Alzheimer's.
Oh, wow.
Cialis, if you're a regular user of Cialis.
Damn. I've used all that shit over the years. Dude, I once went and lived with a man because he had a Viagra prescription and I could chirp half of his pills, dude. To date, bro. That's pretty sad. And he was a straight man, everything, but it was like I knew he had him. He was older, and so I knew he had that script. So I go in there, sneak, and like nibble a piece off the side of one, like hoping he wouldn't see it. I'd get like just a little nibble. But Dude, I think one of the issue, I used to take those gas station ones, you know?
Yeah.
Those Rhino 600s or whatever.
Right.
And the ones that came out, they had a camo edition that came out for a while. And those bitches, man. I remember going to this girl's house one night in Florida, and I'm trying to engage in sex, and my nose just starts bleeding all over her. Just like straight out of my brain, bro. Like just ideas I had just flowed right out onto this lady, bro. God, some of that shit's bad for you. But I'm glad that they're making it better.
Dude, know who really got screwed?
Who?
Jewel.
The singer?
Maybe.
God, I loved her.
The nicotine like industry.
Oh, Jules.
I was they got outlawed. They got banned.
Yeah, really?
They're like, oh, this is not safe. Banned.
Wow.
They can't make it anymore. There's 1 million other alternatives
Yeah, what
that
the
are all
fuck?
completely legal. And the guys at Jewel are like, what the fuck?
Wonder what they did that was so bad, huh? They must have pissed somebody off.
They did, probably the Manning family.
Yeah, probably so, huh? Donnie Jewel over there. I'm trying to think what else we can get into. Oh, so you got the Bills coming out of the AFC. Who do you have coming out of the NFC?
NFC. Packers. I think Rodgers gets it figured out.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so good. Even when they lose, he looks so good. All he has to do is get a couple dudes to like figure out what he's doing. Because you really want a quarterback, and it gets to like playoffs. Who cares about the regular season? When you get to the playoffs, you want a quarterback.
Right.
Who's
100%.
cool and who can make it happen when it matters.
Yeah, rarely does somebody somebody rarely wins without a quarterback.
I almost put a futures bet on the Packers on the Barstool Sportsbook. I was going to put like a bunch of money on them to win the Super Bowl, and then I realized the odds kept going. They kept on changing. Like I was going to lose money. It's like this Tennessee game we're going to. I bought tickets. They were so expensive. Now Tennessee's undefeated. I'm trying to sell them again. They're going for less than when I bought them. I'm like, they're undefeated.
Really?
Yeah, you can lose money trying to make future decisions like that. My investments have always been bad.
Oh, I made a lot of poor investments, man. Not even bad. It's just like every time I play the stock market, crypto, I just lose. It's like, how do I just do it? I'm like, does this just happen to everybody and we're all just being duped?
I think it does.
That's what I feel like. I feel like we all get duped pretty easy.
Last time I was on the podcast, you made fun of me for Bitcoin. We talked about it. I still buy a Bitcoin every day. Every single day. I buy Bitcoin every day. It just goes down every day.
Yeah, it could go either way for
every
you.
day. Like,
dude, it could go either way for you.
And even if it goes up, I'm never going to sell it. So it's just I'm just paying, I don't know. It makes no sense.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like we get caught into wanting to be a part of like the game or whatever's going on. And it doesn't seem real also. When you do stuff on your phone and shit, it doesn't seem real.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It seemed like kind of fictional stuff, you know?
And selling, like, I don't know if you've ever sold something like that, like sold a stock or sold crypto, like super stressful. And you got to pay so much tax. I just don't do it. So I just buy the stuff and let it ride. Basically just kissing money goodbye, dude. I am a poor. I was going to say with money, but just poor.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you saving up now? Do you think that Nashville is going to be a place that you'll come back to? What does that look like for you? Do you think?
I'm trying to give it. So I'm going to be here till February for sure.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it that amount of time to like basically feel it out. And it's growing on me too. Like the more I'm here, the more I think I understand it. I understand the appeal of it.
Oh yeah.
Because if you come to Nashville, the first weekend you're going Broadway. And if you have someone come in, they're going to want you to go to Broadway.
Right.
So it takes longer to like expand outside of that little strip to see like what's really going on here. Why do people like it? But I think the reason why people like it is I think it's super accessible.
Yeah.
In terms of people, like even like high profile people or whatever come down here, like models will come here, but they're not, if you go to Miami, you got to dress up, you got to be seen, you got to look cool, you got to be going the right place, the right people. Here, it doesn't matter the type of person that comes, everyone can go everywhere.
Yeah.
You can wear whatever.
Yeah, that is true. I think that's something nice about it. It feels comfortable. Things feel very accessible here.
Yeah.
Like my buddy invited me to a concert when I was going to see Black Crowes. He's like, do you want to go? I was like, sure, I'll go. In 12 minutes, I was parked and we were walking across the street into the amphitheater. You know, it's like things are really, really accessible.
Honestly, my biggest worry about Nashville is just about how popular it's getting and how many people like it. So I'm like, if I do, because I'm looking to like buy somewhere, like try to even just settle down, even if I don't buy, like settle down in one spot for more than 6 months, because I've been pretty much doing 6 months here, 6 months there. And Nashville's going to be so different in like 5 years, 10 years.
I know.
Everywhere changes, but the rate that Nashville's changing is like you might sign up for something, but you don't necessarily know what you're going to get.
Well, it's one of the last cities in the South that is growing, really. A lot of cities have experienced a lot of issues. And it's one of the last, like, kind of southern cities, I feel like.
Know who I love, but they have no good airport, or else I would think about going there? Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, really?
You been there?
Yeah.
That's a nice city. That's a very, very southern, nice city.
I stopped over there and saw a buddy of mine in recovery on Thanksgiving. You were both crying in his fucking yard. Shit was insane. But yeah, I like it down there. I got half sister lives over there in Spanish Fort. Yeah, it's nice down there. It's almost like they're pretending like it's Florida, but it's fucking Alabama.
Yeah, it's. I really think it has like a charm to it. Kind of feels like Charleston a little bit.
Oh, it does downtown. They really made it nice. Yeah, I think as more development goes on over there, because it's gotten real busy in that area. What happened with the golf?
Oh, with the golf? Basically, I realized. So my whole thing was like, and I was dead serious about it. People thought I was messing around, and it was, I knew it was funny to say.
7 strokes, something, what was it?
My first round, I was 51 strokes over par.
Okay.
So for like par 72, I was like 121. And so I was like, over the next lifetime, I'm going to shave 51 strokes off, be a scratch golfer, and then from there, my dream is to go pro. On some level. I mean, it doesn't be PGA Tour. The time to live wasn't a thing, but
is it still a dream?
It's still a dream, but I'm not working towards it.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is literally the definition of a dream.
That's true. Yeah.
But the reason is because I love what I do so much. Like I love working at Barstool so much. I love traveling around, making my videos. I realized maybe this is attainable in terms of if I really did, and I have different resources than everyone else probably has if they were trying to go after this. Like I knew people who were like the top, Chris Como, who was like Tiger Woods' golf coach, was like working with me.
Wow.
But because of Barstool and just good networking, and like I had something to offer him too, and of a platform. So I was sponsored by TaylorMade and G4. Like G4 is my clothing sponsor, and TaylorMade was my club sponsor.
So you were all ready to be on the tour.
I did make it. I was pro because I was getting paid to be sucky.
Yeah.
But so I had like way more resources. So if I think, and I have like I'm not a great athlete, but I'm like a good enough athlete where I think I'm past a threshold of what you have to be a professional golfer. And I do think I have the mind for it, but I realized you have to do this every single day, and you can't. I couldn't have made videos, traveled, done any of the stuff I love to do. That the lifestyle that I worked so hard to get to, I worked so hard to get to the lifestyle that I love, and I was gonna have to just like cancel it out to just play golf every day. And I was like, it's not worth it to me. I'd rather just be a dream.
Well, it's interesting because you were kind of living one dream.
Yeah.
It's hard to dream jump.
That's kind of what I realized. And it sounds so obvious, but I was like, dude, I'm already living a dream. Why am I going to cancel out something that I know I already have to go for something I might not get? I could break my back and just have neither thing.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that'd be the worst, bro. Do they have any wheelchair guys on the PGA Tour?
They have a dude he's on the PGA, but his name is Jake Olson. He played long snapper at USC, Southern Cal, and he's blind.
Oh, wow.
And bro, I think he's like I want to say he's like a 7 handicap. Like he's amazing at golf. He plays with his dad. His dad goes out there, puts the ball down, tells him how many yards it is, lines him up to the shot, and he smacks it.
Damn.
I might have lied about his handicap. He is technically handicapped though.
He is, bro. So, yeah.
But dude, he's an awesome guy, and that's an accomplishment, bro.
People are like, "Hey, what's your handicap?" And he's like,
handicapped,
yeah.
blind,
yeah, all of it, yeah. Dude, a friend of mine took a picture one time with OJ, and they like snuck a knife out and held it up like while they were taking the. Oh no, that's not what happened. A friend of mine took a picture with OJ Simpson one time, and they sent it to me, and it was like they were holding up like a black glove, like they got on the outside of the picture. And I always look at that.
You should get him on this show.
I've thought about it, man. There's definitely some unique guests that we would like to have on, you know.
I've always liked how you pick people who are like interesting people, not necessarily like the biggest. I mean, you have the biggest stars on, but then I feel like you go for the people who are like interesting.
Yeah, I go for what's kind of just in my, what feels fun to me right now.
Yeah.
Who am I, like, who's popped into my radar, my little world, and would be kind of interesting to talk to. I've realized that some kind of guests I'm not that great at talking to. But
Who's your white whale?
ooh, that white whale. You know, I would really like to have Macklemore on. I think would be cool.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Why?
I'm just intrigued by him, you know. I'm just intrigued by his kind of his journey. He's been through, like, dealt with like sobriety and stuff like that. Sometimes that kind of stuff's interesting because people are battling their own demons, you know.
He's a golf guy too.
Is he?
Huge.
Oh wow, that's cool.
He has like a golf line. I was a huge fan of. I mean, who wasn't? Looking
Yeah,
like
you
me,
couldn't.
but
Oh, yeah, look at us.
yeah. I was a huge fan.
Oh, I can dance again. So I mean, obviously there's some other people. I think Kevin Spacey, I think, will be real interesting.
Is he in jail?
No, he's in Europe, I think. Michael Landon, deceased. Who else, man? Who else is some real? Oh, Jared Leto, I think, would be nice.
He would be good.
Yep, Nate Diaz. Yeah. What about yourself, man? Because you got some real hitters on. Kodak Black, that was so wild.
You would love Kodak.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is he a real nice guy?
Yeah. But so our interview was at 3:15
AM?
p.m.
Yeah.
in the afternoon at Pompano where he lives, and we shot the interview at 12:30 at night.
Hey. He says,
Well, it was fine. It was like, hey, this is what we signed up for.
hey, Kodak Black, dog. You know what I'm saying, bro? It is what it is, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
it's like I did. I
I'm
wasn't
not
mad.
living by this white clock. You know what I'm saying, bro?
He's great. You would love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, he seems real interesting.
Oh, I want my white whale right now is I kind of have two. Mine is you know the guy who used to be on the Howard Stern show, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
He's a white whale for me.
Oh, he seems great. I saw a cool clip of him the other day.
He just he lays low. He's alive, but he lays low.
Is he? He must have a liver issue, huh?
I know he's on dialysis. I don't know what
That could be liver.
I don't know what that's for. I think diabetic, right?
I don't know. Something.
I don't know either. I don't even know if I was supposed to say that. But
Yeah.
and Jameis Winston is he's probably my more obtainable. I would love to have Jameis on.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I feel like he's got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, dude. I think he'd be perfect for your show, actually.
He's just
Because his eyes seem real creative. Like you don't know what's going on sometimes.
there's something going on in there.
Yeah. So I think that would be pretty tight. Yeah, it's interesting. And I'd love to have Boosie again. I think would be fun. Boosie would be cool with you guys too. Yeah, I mean, I feel fortunate. Like, yeah, it's fun to just kind of get us to sit and chat with folks. Dude, we got to go. When we're over at Jimmy John's, we got asked to go hunting.
Yes.
With Michael Waddell.
Who's like the goat of hunting, right?
Yeah, he's a real woodsman, I believe, from what I've seen. Yeah, what happened with Brett Favre? He did that?
It's looking bad for him.
I'll tell you this. I walked into a restaurant one time. Brett Favre was sitting in there eating with his family, I think. And I didn't say anything to him.
Uh-huh.
Some people wanted to take pictures with him, but he kind of like asked them if they would take him from far away, just with him sitting in the background eating. Which seemed insane, bro. So there was like a string of like 5 kind of like women, like people with tits. I don't know what to call them nowadays.
Yeah, right.
And they were just all kind of smiling. He's just sitting there, just eating shrimp at this table, dude. So
that's an insane ask.
So what I'm saying is I think he stole the $5 million. You know what I'm saying, bro? I mean, that's facts. Here you go, Michael Waddell right there, and he killed something right there. What is that, a damn Doberman? What? I can't see that. That's a deer.
I'm excited, dude. I'm actually nervous that I'm a little nervous that I'm nervous that I won't like it. Because I've never been before. I've done I've shot guns and stuff like that. And I actually went out one time and tried to kill a deer and didn't. And I'm nervous that I will get out there because so many people I love it. And I want to be a part of it. It seems like such a fun activity to do and such a good hobby. Yeah. And as you get older, dude, you need more hobbies.
Yeah. I got to get some good hobbies, man. I think I'm a little bit nervous. Like, I wish we had to fight the animal with a knife. For me, I feel like then it seems more fair.
You could do that with pigs, I think.
Yeah, but even then, I think somebody kind of holds them and you run up and stab them. It seems like, Jesus.
Dude, what's different about that than killing with a gun from like 5 meters away?
But this seems even like fucking more Italian or something. Like, why are we doing this, man?
That's just sausage, bro.
But yeah, but I don't know. It's like there's two guys you barely know they're fucking you just run up and shank them.
But that's what I like for hunting is like I do feel a part of me. I want to be a part of the adventure and I want to love it, but I would be lying if I said there wasn't part of me. It's like I have a gun. I got a gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win this one.
Yeah.
Like, what's the challenge? But I know there is one. I just don't understand it fully. And I'm excited for Michael to teach us about it.
Yeah, and I think he said there's different options of things that we could shoot, you know, or things that we could trap or kill. I wouldn't mind setting something up. You strangle something, a duck, you know, which seems like it'd be easy to catch in like a...
Dude, while I was living in Florida, you can kill the iguanas.
Oh, wow.
If you want. You can hunt the iguanas in your backyard.
Mm.
And snakes and pretty much, I think Florida pretty much anything you want, yeah.
Oh, wow. And what can you, are you like when you can just go do it whenever?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're supposed to because they're overgrown. They don't have any natural
So
predators.
now it's fucking just every regular, somebody who works at Chase Bank, it's his fucking responsibility?
I guess, dude, because they're just going everywhere.
So now this dude's buying a bow and arrow and he's just driving around at night? Because the city's telling him to. Bro, I'm telling you, the government is it is falling apart a piece at a time. And it's getting it. Everybody's doing they got dogs hunting drugs now. Like it's all fucking falling apart, man. It's not going to end well, dude. It's not going to end well.
I don't know.
Yeah, you might be right, man.
Who do you want to hunt the drugs?
No, I don't, dude.
Let the dogs do it.
Yeah, you're right. Know? That's true. Yeah, and they probably got clout and shit amongst other dogs.
Dude, I was in
you know, Muffin found a gram.
I was in so I was part of a dog fight.
Okay.
And one of my friends has a big pit bull.
Wait, will you cut that AC on real quick, brother? Thank you, man.
One of my friends has this big pit bull, and he got into a fight. I won't name names. My friend will be embarrassed, but his dog attacked another dog on the side of the street, and it was getting walked. It was in Boca Raton.
So his dog attacked another dog on the side of the street,
and this other dog is getting walked by it's Boca, so you can imagine what the lady's looking like, and it's just tearing this dog up, and I'm supposed to be watching. He's working out. I'm supposed to be watching his dog. And I'm in the pool swimming around. All of a sudden, so, oh my God, hop out of the pool, go out there. It's tearing this little dog apart.
Oh.
And this lady's screaming. So, and that's it's a long story.
So brazzers.
Anyways, I had to pull the pit bull off this other dog. I think it was a golden doodle.
Ooh.
I had to pick it up and I got it off. But as soon as it landed, it jumped up and that dog bit me and walked into my arm.
The little one.
The little one.
Ooh.
And because it was scared and it wouldn't let go it felt like 30 seconds, but it was probably 1 second. So I had to go to the hospital, everything. So I got it all figured out. The next week, I'm going through the Charleston airport and I got a long flight back to New York. This is a while ago. And I had taken a little bit of an edible of weed.
Yeah, baby, huh?
And so just for nothing crazy, but
yeah,
just to get home.
Yeah.
And and I was, as soon as I got to the airport, I probably took it like 30 minutes before I got to the airport. As soon as I get to the airport, I'm like feeling it. You know, I'm a little aware of everything that's going on and not at the same time.
Yeah.
And this police officer walks up to me as I'm going through TSA and he said, "Hey, buddy, come here." And I said, "Oh, man." I was like, "What's this going to be?" He's like, "Hey, we have these bomb dogs out here and we're testing them. We need you to walk through TSA and we're going to give you this little, it was like a little packet." He's like, "You just put it in your pocket and it smells like a bomb." He's like, "Just walk through TSA like you're normal and we're going to see if the dogs notice." So I'm high as a kite. Walking through TSA, and I just got attacked by a dog the week before. And finally, it's my time. It's my time to go through the thing. And I'm looking at the dogs. I'm looking around. And by the way, they didn't tell other people in TSA line.
Oh,
because it's a long TSA line with 100 other people.
Yeah, that's miscommunication.
And so I walked through, and of course, They're jumping up on me. I'm losing my mind. I'm freaking out. The whole airport's looking at me. This guy's got a bomb. Oh,
damn,
dude.
bruh.
I made it out alive, but yeah, I don't mess with dogs like that anymore.
Yeah.
In terms of breaking up their fights, if they're gonna fight, best man wins.
Yeah, somebody else, that's God, that's God or nature. Like, nature does all kind of shit that we try to stop a lot of times. That's insane. Flooding, dog fights. It's like, you got to think like.
Let it flood.
Yeah, nature's doing it. We're like, we'll build this little wall. Nature's like, bitch, you fucking out of your mind. I remember one time they had, oh shit, I think it was about an animal, but I forgot. Oh, well. Yeah, I think we might have covered maybe everything, Caleb. Is there anything else we didn't cover, really?
No, dude, I don't think
we want to go hunting. We're supposed to go with Michael Waddell.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about it. I mean, have you hunted a lot? I don't know. You seem like you would be someone who hunted a lot, but I don't think you have.
And I'm wearing this today, too, for hunting. So I wouldn't say I've hunted. I did a lot of peeping Toming and stuff when I was real young, you know. I have been on... I used to shoot snakes. I used to work on this farm, and we would shoot snakes all afternoon with like handguns and stuff. But I wouldn't say I've hunted, I'm trying to think of anything else that I've... Oh, my brother and I shot a dove last week. And I've had recently, my brother cooked some raccoon, and we did have some squirrel as well.
So you haven't hunted is what I'm taking from this.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I haven't.
It'll be fun. It'll be both of our first times.
That's true, huh?
Yeah.
First time hunting.
I mean, it's a good guide to go with. If we don't like it with him, we're not gonna like it.
That's true.
And he's awesome too. He was dude, I don't know what Jimmy is okay with us saying and not, but that little group he puts together is such a eclectic and awesome group of people for that little trip. It's like a summer trip. I don't know if you talked about it on here or not.
Yeah, I have talked about it. Yeah, we got to go to Jimmy John does a Jack Pine. He does a summer camp every year in Wisconsin, and that's kind of where you and I kind of got to kick it and hang some.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like music and just good food, macaroni, great people.
You'll just be sitting around and there's like billionaires.
Yeah.
Not just Jimmy, but there's other like huge dudes. And then there's Michael Waddell. There's you. There's guys who are like titans of industry. Then there's country singers, NASCAR drivers. And then there's just families, normal people. Emil Lagrassi's there.
Yeah, Emerald was there. Beef jerky owner.
Yeah.
Was there. Beef jerkies.
And then you're just kind of sitting around, you're hanging, and just kind of like a cool, interesting vibe.
Yeah, we played some volleyball. That was awesome. People played music, caught some carp and some northern. What else, man?
But I've heard I don't know.
I was up there the year earlier, and it was fucking bananas, dude.
Yeah, I've heard it's
You had Vince Neil out there losing his gills, dude. You had Kid Rock out there, just him and Travis Tritt were throwing shoes at each other. I mean, shit was fucking lit, man.
Yeah, maybe next year would be like a happy medium, because I think this year was very conservative, it felt like. It's my first time.
Yeah, it was low key.
But everyone was like telling stories about the years past. Like, dude, you should have seen last year.
Yeah, you should have been there.
Yeah, it's like being in high school. Like, dude, but the last senior class, dude, they were crazy.
Yeah, that was always it, huh? Did y'all have a big senior thing that happened at the end of the year? Like a big competition or anything like that?
I don't remember. Dude, I don't have a good memory.
Yeah, I don't either.
I wonder what that is. I think, dude, I was that Huberman podcast. I think it could be drinking.
Yeah.
But it could be we could just be naturally have bad memories.
Could have been cocaine for me. I don't know if cocaine does anything to your brain or not. But.
Feels like it could. Football's a good one.
Yeah, huh? CTE.
There's a lot of ways to hurt your brain, but dude, you're only here one time.
Yeah, that's true.
And you only need your brain until you're about, what, 45?
Yeah, probably 60.
60?
Yeah, 45 is a little early, dude.
I've always been bad about that, though. I've always been like, when I'm 29, I won't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, when you were a kid and you see somebody that's like 35, be like, this fucking
geezer.
Yeah, this fucking ancient guy with this mustache.
Yeah.
God, just like molest me or leave, bro. God, you're fucking creeping everybody out.
I'm on my iPad, dude. I don't even care.
Yeah, I'm on my iPad. Caleb Pressley, you can check him out on Sundae Conversation. And how often does it come out?
So during this, Sundae Conversation is a part of our Barstool NFL show.
Okay.
It's a segment.
Okay.
So like the whole idea behind it was like the NFL countdown. I think that's what has it is they have Sundae Conversation.
Got it.
Which is a one-on-one conversation. It's like, what's our interview segment going to be? And then a guy, a Barstool named Ron, was like, Sundae Conversation.
Yeah.
Which was have Glenny Balls eat some ice cream. It'll be a Sunday. And so that's how it started. And then it's kind of took on its life of its own, but it runs during football season. It's part of our football show. So it's every Sunday for football season.
Every Sunday. Oh, okay. I get it. That's when it comes out. Yeah, man. I had to eat some mushrooms before I went on mine with you.
Really?
Yeah, I was just not feeling good, man. I needed something I'd been just going through this over a time period. I just had been feeling really just depleted.
Yeah.
So nothing crazy.
It's one of our highest viewed episodes of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I like being in there and seeing Glenny in there. And I love seeing him, you know?
That's why I always, every guest, I'm like, you met Glenny Balls yet? And if they say no, I'm like, ooh, boy. You're in for it.
Yeah, it's just such a
he's got a presence.
He does, and you don't see that in the wild. You don't see that in the wild.
And his legend's growing.
Yeah, or you don't see that in captivity. That's just something you see in the wild.
Yeah, and in some ways, I try to make sure I just let him, let him be.
Yeah.
We go to a new city. We went to Tampa last week for Ric Flair, and I knew he's going to get there a couple of days early. He's going to leave a couple of days late, and he's going to be in Tampa for a while. He'll show up for a 15-minute interview, and he'll eat some ice cream, but he'll be in Tampa for a while.
Yeah, man. He's almost like a warm front.
Yeah. Can't control him when he's coming, and you don't know when he's leaving.
You don't know what he's going to, but you know some people's going to be wet. That's all you know. Caleb Pressley, man, thanks so much for your time, dude. I look forward. We'll go on our first hunt.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we'll have to video. We'll have to shoot a little video or something, maybe.
That'd be really fun. I would like to do more stuff in Nashville with you.
Yeah, it'd be fun, man. Me too, bro. Thanks for being here with us.
Cool.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I